Good afternoon, fans. Welcome to the LB Gym. I'm Bill Gibson. You're watching coverage of the Ken Gold here on Tommy's TV on YouTube. Final day of action at the UNBSJ men and the Mount St. Vincent University Mystics. The Mystics in their Columbia blue with the navy trim. SJ in the base black with red and white. Couple minutes away from start. Both of these teams are 1-1. SJ, they beat Mount A on Friday, 97-90. Led in that game by AJ Nash with 23 points. Lost last evening to St. Thomas. It was a 52-37 second half in favor of Stu. Stu +7 from the free throw line as well in that one. The Seawolves led by Darren Clark's 29 points and 6 rebounds. Had a really big game, 11 of 19 from the field, including 3 of 8 beyond the arc and 4 of 4 from the line. The Mystics, they beat Mount Allison yesterday. Isaac Matheson led the team with 18 points. Cromwell Wright had 15 in support. Big difference, they were +28 in field goal attempts, 32 Mountie turnovers. Let's see if SJ can limit the turnovers here. SJ defending champions, they played Mount Allison previously. The Mystics lost Friday evening, 94-92 to St. Thomas. Tommies were up by about 15 with a few minutes to play, and the Mystics came charging back. Both of these teams, along with the Tommies, expect themselves to be fighting at the top of the standings this season. Of course, 4 other schools out there to have something to say about that. Just about set for the starting lineups, and I'm going to the phone set up here to take a look at the game stats as well, thanks to the Mystics athletic staff for having it posted on the website. And now that I've got that fired up, I'll be able to pick up the starting lineups here, which are already underway. The Seawolves. Doyle Burton, some of his first start of the weekend. Lance Howlett wears 14. 4 is Zamurda. 6 is Darren Clark. And that means I'm missing somebody out there. AJ Nash wears number 9. For the Mystics, 4, 5, and 6, Callahan, Matheson, Tynes. 11 is Isaiah Cromwell Wright. And 20 is Keegan Farron. It'll be the Springy Chase Tynes against Doyle Burton on the tip. Now that we've all picked a basketball that we like, Tynes and Burton. Tynes controls the tip for Matheson. Cromwell Wright with the first score. That was Spencer Jeffrey, the crew chief here this afternoon Throwing up the jump ball is the law firm of Jeffrey, Humphrey, and Black. The three charges, Ventura going. Ball goes according to Hoyle, and the rules of basketball. Cromwell right. 4 quick points. The Mystics up 4-0. Mystics were undefeated going into the championship game last year at SJ, where the Seawolves took them down. You can bet they've kind of had this one circled, their first chance to get back at this Mystic team, at this Seawolves team. And you can bet the Seawolves know a good shot's coming here from the Mystics. It's early in preseason. It means nothing in terms of overall standings. However, Callahan into the post for Tynes. Tynes over Nash. Rebound cleared by Zamurda. Clark spins on Matheson and scores 2. Darren Clark will be a player to be reckoned with here in the ACA this season. Cromwell right, thought about a 3, now takes one. Clark on the carom. Nash for Zamurda. Clark for 3. That one hits some of the rigging above the rim. Out of play, over to the Mystics, 4-2 in the early going. Matheson, a returning first-team All-Star, finds 2 years ago Defensive Player of the Year Chase Tynes. Tynes to the bucket, foul. Goes on Doyle Burton. Tynes good for 2 from the line. Zamurda back for Howlett. Tynes run out to bother the Howlett shot. Offensive board though for the Seawolves. Burton keeps it for Clark. Clark's going to try Callahan. Gets help from Tynes, 1 to shoot. Cromwell right. Can't get the shot to drop. Seawolves on the boards. Clark with speed to the rim. Cromwell right knocked that away, and it's Matheson the other way. Hammers on the break, finds Farron. Cromwell right calls out a play. Tynes for 3. Hasn't been a shot here this weekend for Chase. Knocked away from Clark, but a foul called on Matheson. First foul on the Mystics. Zamurda with the score inside. Nice dish for Matheson. Speedy cut, good finish at the rim. Chase Tynes picks up a foul on that. Mystics bench not real happy with that call. Looked like pretty good defense from way up here, but certainly defer to those that are a lot closer to the play and in the black pants here this afternoon. Matheson high off glass, can't get it to go. Jump ball. Fearon, Tynes, and Nash all tie it up. Dovcon in for Lance Howlett. Eight 5. The quick feed of Clark. Whirl to the rim. Fearon rips it away. Quick release from Cromwell White, but it was well off the mark. Nash, hesitation move. Got Tynes to go by, and then Nash picks up a rebound foul. Real sense in this one that the officials early setting a tone for this matchup. They're not going to let it get too physical. Lost out of bounds by the Mystics. Kahn knocked away by Matheson. Matheson ahead of the pack for 2 points. Nice lead pass from Chase Tynes. Give him the Tom Brady assist on that one. That one's to the back row of the stands. Callahan and Fearon not on the same page of the book that time. Volk into the game wearing 13 for the Seawolves. Missed that substitution somewhere along the line. Callahan skies rips a rebound. It's batted around finally into the hands of Matheson. Tynes goes to work and scores 2. AJ Nash, front rim. Samerda tries one. Rebound batted around. Out off of Isaiah Cromwell right. 24 is Nate Titus. 8 is Anthony Leckie. Titus is out of Stouffville, Ontario. Leckie out of Sydney River, Nova Scotia. Two of the U-Sport transfers for the Mystics. Titus out of Dow, Leckie from CVU. I'm going to give myself bonus points for getting CVU right on the first try that time. Long-range marksman Ewan Wilson into the game for Darren Wright. Kahn looking for Wilson beyond the arc. He even wears jersey number 3, just to let you know that's his specialty. Isaac Matheson can score it from anywhere on the court. Adds 2 to his ledger. Vogt picked off by Tynes. Tynes for Matheson. Cromwell right tries a 3 again. Back rim. Matheson way up for the board. Timeout. Seawolves at 16-8. Mystics. Set here out of the timeout. Pressure from the Mystics. They've got Dove Kahn way long. They want to go way over the top. Bernine Kearney is in for the mount. Collects a rebound there. Tynes for Matheson. Vogt might have got a piece. I think Matheson had the last touch. Lucky Kearney, Titus, Tynes, and Matheson. AJ Nash against Matheson. Outside Vogt. Nash, stopped by Titus. Kearney to Lecky, and it's 2 points. A CBU connection there. 3 seconds left in the corner. Vovk got to shoot one, and he drills a triple. Big finish to the quarter for the Seawolves. The Mystics 18 points on 8 of 19 shooting. That's 42%. 0 of 8 beyond the arc, 2 of 2 from the line. The Seawolves 11 points, 4 of 17. That's only 24%. 2 of 10 beyond the arc. The threes have helped them for sure. 1 of 2 from the line. 5 turnovers for SJ versus 3. Rebounding, slight edge to the Mystics. And your scoring. Matheson 8, Tynes 4, Cromwell Wright 4, and Lecky 2 for the Mystics. Matheson and Tynes with a foul apiece. And for the Seawolves, Wilson Vovk with 3, Zamerda 2, Clark 2, and Burton 1. Burton and Nash each with a foul. Mystics ball here. Cayenne Farron. Callahan, Kearney, Titus, and I think that's Lecky in the corner. It was. There's Lecky. That's just through the hands of Kearney. Clark, Zamerda, Wilson, Kahn, Vovk. Here's Cartwright going to check into the game though. In for Zamerda. Wilson will go back to inbound the ball. Cartwright, another three-point shooter for the Seawolves. Chris immediately to that far corner. You got to be aware of Evan Cartwright. Clark on the miss. Into the hands of Kearney. Cayenne Farron, now Nate Titus to the lane for 2 points. 20-11. Vovk and the ball inside, can't get it to drop. Titus tries a 3, rebound Clark. Callahan, shot doesn't drop. Farron on the board, back for Callahan and Farron. Now Lecky. Callahan from about 10 feet, no good. Farron again on the offensive glass. Cartwright had a piece, ends up in the hands. Cayenne Farron, and he scores. A double up, 22-11 here in the early stage of Q2. A 3 again from Vovk. That gets Keegan Farron up off the bench. Nate Titus to the bucket for 2. Said yesterday in the game against the Tommies, I didn't think Vogt got enough credit for his ability to score from multiple places on the court. He's got a couple triples here today, but also a couple turnovers with passes right into the hands of opposition. Titus gets to the rim again and just scores using his length. Titus 6'7". Three to 4 inches over Vogt. Cartwright a miss, Titus a rebound. Both coming out, along with Kahn. Pollard, Ryan Pollard wearing 5. Keats Tong wearing 11. Tong, second year out of St. John's. First with the Seawolves. Diane Farron makes a 3. Energy in the gym is favoring the Mystics, and they get another takeaway. Kearney right at the bucket for 2 more points. Clark gets space, drains a 3. Callahan can't get it to drop, but Farron on the offensive glass. 3 answered from Leckie, and Paul Vaughn stalking the sideline for another timeout. Double up again at 34-17. Giving up too many offensive rebounds are the Seawolves. Trying to listen in a little bit to the Seawolves huddle. Couldn't quite hear exactly what's being said there by Coach Vaughn, but I'm sure there were some choice words on rebounding and defensive position. Pollard's going to try it against Tynes. Another knockaway by the Mystics. Isaiah Cromwell-Wright tries a dribble, gets help from Tynes. 16 on the shot clock as they set up. Foul called on the floor, no shot, waved off immediately by Adam Humphrey. Cromwell right to the bucket for 2 by Pollard, and Darren Clark Thought better of getting in front of that bus coming to the rim. I missed the number flash there from the official, number 9. Howlett, Zamurda check back in. Cartwright and Wilson to the bench. Up next here on the Sunday, we have Kings and Tommies in women's action, followed by Mount A and Tommies in men's action. That is a make by Cromwell Wright. Lead up to 21 for the Mystics. Tong for Clark. Clark into a sea of blue shirts. 3 seconds in the key for Darren Clark. Seawolves bench not too in favor of that call. Matheson. Toes were on the line that time. That's only a 2. Howlett draws a foul on the way to the line. I think Lance will be a guy that can step up for the Seawolves this season. 6'3" guard out of Ubly, Nova Scotia and Bayview High School. Farron inside, might have rushed the shot a little bit. Rebound Zamurda. Tynes picks his pocket. Chase Tynes, easy slam here for Tynes. Oh, and he missed it. Tynes will look behind him that time. Took the eyes off the prize. Closeout foul on Cromwell Wright. We're going to shoot 3 for Ryan Pollard. Some evidence there that Pollard's hit the weight room this summer. Looking broader across the shoulders than he did last season. Coach DePalma a little unhappy with the officiating going into that huddle. Didn't like the call on that closeout. He's been a little cranky about a couple calls here. Already got a warning. I don't see this group taking a whole lot more before they award him with a capital T. Preseason, but still intense. Pollard for the third. Rebound Tynes. Ahead Cromwell right. Callahan far side. Back up top Cromwell right. Shoots a three. That doesn't drop. Mystics haven't been great from beyond the arc today. Check those stats coming back out of halftime, which is 2 minutes and 38 seconds of play away. And Samerda clears a miss. Samerda against Farron. Murder rises. That's a lot of length to try to shoot over. Good straight up defense by Farron. Didn't get help at all. And now it's Farron in the other way. Kick out, extra pass, Cromwell right. Three is off the mark. Howlett on the run. That's going to be a backboard slap, and that's going to be a goaltend. I think that was Tynes. Put his hand up there and say, yeah, a guilty. Dish inside for Tynes, and he finishes that one on the nifty entry from Cromwell right. 19-point balls for the Mystics. Clark tied up, and now it's Coach Vaughn unhappy with the officiating. The score at the other end. Ongoing conversation with Adam Humphrey here on the sideline. They're going to agree to disagree, or at least disagree. Samerda with a make. Final minute of play here in this quarter. Two to shoot. Cromwell right's got to get one up. He's not going to. Oh, a bailout at the buzzer of the shot clock. Didn't think he had any chance of getting that shot up in advance of expiring. And a bailout foul. That's Pollard who's going to pick up that foul. Played great defense for 23 and a half seconds. Get that late in the clock to give up a foul on a shot. 31.5 to go here in the half. Cromwell right for a 21-point lead. Darren Clark. Oh, fancy move, Clark. Can't get the reverse to go. Tynes clears the rebound. Callahan, Cromwell right. Tynes. 7 seconds to go in the half. Now 5. Cromwell right shoots a three. Foul underneath, 2.7 on the clock. It's going to go on AJ Nash with a push underneath. Timeout Mystics, 2.7 on the clock. Great opportunity here to draw up and practice a shot that you might need somewhere down the line. In fact, it all gets to be for real in 2 weeks' time when the Mystics are back here on Saturday, November 1st to kick off the season against the Tommies. ACAA.ca for all your schedules. Mystics will then the next day, the 2nd, travel down Highway 7 to take on these Seawolves, kick off the Seawolves season as well. How about that for a road trip for the Mystics to start the season? That's Stu at SJ, with SJ being able to rest up and get ready for you. Tough opening gig. Let's see what we draw up here. Cromwell right, Tynes, Lecky, Matheson, Callahan. Watch for a screen coming here to free Tynes. If not, it's a Cromwell right screen to free Callahan for a three-pointer. Set in for Cromwell right just to shoot the three. Didn't have a lot of movement on that at all, actually. I didn't learn a whole lot from that inbounds play from Coach De Palma. Halftime score 47-26 in favor of the Mystics. 15 minutes are on the clock. Come on back then for the start of the second half. A couple minutes before then, I'll do a rundown of the stats. See you shortly. Hi fans, welcome back to the LB Gym. 2.5 minutes or so away from the start of the second half. Run down the stats. Mount St. Vincent University Mystics out in front by 21 on the UNBSJ Seawolves, 47-26. 18-11 first quarter, a 29-15 second quarter is what leads to that advantage. Mystics 47 points on 20 of 42 shooting. That's 47-48%. Only 3 of 17 beyond the arc for 17%, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. The Seawolves 26 points, 8 of 26, 31%. 4 of 13 from beyond the arc, 6 of 9 from the line. 16 more field goal attempts here for the Mystics than the Seawolves. And quite frankly, 26 points in a half in this conference isn't going to lead to be a successful formula too many times out in terms of securing victory. 11 turnovers for the Seawolves in that quarter, only 4 for the Mystics, and 14 points off those turnovers versus 0. Leading scorers for SJ, Darren Clark 6, Volk has 6, Zermerda and Howlett 4 each. 2 fouls for AJ Nash, no one else with more than 1. And for the Mystics, Cromwell Wright, despite being 1 for 9 from three-point land, has 13 points on 5 of 14 shooting. Isaac Matheson has 10 points. Tynes and Nate Titus each have 6. And Ben Kearney is the only Mystic with more than 1 foul. He has 2. Seawolves ball. Zermerda, Nash, Howlett, Clark, and Doyle Burton. Start the half in black. They'll finish the half in black too, whether they'll be on the court or not. Howlett against Callahan rises above and scores 2. Callahan, Matheson, Tynes, 4, 5, and 6. Cromwell Wright in 11, and Farron in 20. Tynes answers with 2 at that end. Tynes will guard AJ Nash. Howlett for Burton. There is Clark. That one off the support wire, out of play. Mystics ball. If you're SJ, you're thinking, we're probably not going to have another quarter, we're only going to score, or another half, we're going to score only 26. We can limit the Mystics. We'll probably have a better shot. Cromwell Wright from beyond the arc makes it that time. And if you're the Mystics, keep thinking, hey, we're just going to play our game, keep going. Knocked away by Farron, out of bounds. It's going to stay Seawolves ball. 12 to shoot on the inbounds. Burton for Howlett. Back to Burton. Nash scores over Matheson. Matheson, I think, took a body part to the nose or mouth. He's checking the chiclets. Cromwell Wright. Tough take. Farron on the offensive boards. Kicks it out for Callahan. Mystics reset again. And Callahan scores 2. And Spencer Jeffrey blows it down and gives us his version of the Icky Shuffle, appropriate for an NFL Sunday afternoon. Matheson will come out. And that is Leckie who checks in. Anthony Leckie will guard AJ Nash. Nash to work against Leckie, the same as he had just done against Matheson down in the low block. Tynes to the rim, that one doesn't fall through. Clark, three-pointer is good. Leckie with a dandy reverse lay-in. Nash going to go to work in that low block again. That time knocked away into the hands of Tynes. Tynes for Callahan. Callahan fouled, will shoot two. Host Tommy women in action in the next game. Be taking on UKC. And we'll wrap up the tournament with the Tommy men and Mount Allison. Was going to be a violation on the Seawolves, but the free throw went through. Ethan Samerda basically called that one on himself, but Callahan made it anyway. Nash on the low block again. Clark, three-pointer. Nash on a rebound. Tynes getting back into play. And that'll be backcourt. Bounded for Farron. Tynes on the lob and finish. Keegan Farron with a beautiful delivery. Seawolves sound asleep as Chase Tynes, the inbounder, just went knocking on the back door. Inside, Zamerda finishes on the delivery for Darren Clark. Tynes behind the back. Comes out of a tangle of players with the ball for Callahan. Callahan against Nash, 6 to shoot. Zamerda with a tip. It's going to go out of bounds. 2 on the shot clock with the length of the court to go. A likely shot clock violation here is going to have to be a heave here, you'd think. And Seawolves say no foul. It's a bad foul if you give one here on this play. Callahan tries the heave. Not much of an opportunity. And we're going to talk about where this is going to be inbounded. Is it going to be from where the shot was released? Is it going to be at the end they were shooting at? Shot clock violation. Not often you see a shot clock violation and you're inbounding on your offensive baseline as the team that was just defending. Zamerda turns back rim. Rebound, Mystics. Cromwell right, fancy dribble, kickoff for Farron. who can't score. Farron with a make. Looks like we've had a Seawolf sub here. Looks like number 8, Ewan Robertson, into the game. Samerda for 3. Lead is 22 for the Mystics. Tynes a low dribble against AJ Nash. Swing pass for Cromwell Wright. Rebound Farron inside. Gonna go on Ethan Samerda. Matheson in, and a sub coming for the shooter as well. As Farron on the line first on Samerda. Nash blocked by Tynes. Tynes says, "Get that garbage out of here." Floral line for my buddy Jack. Tynes, nice dish off for Titus, who's go around the rim and out. That was 3/4 of the way down. Instead, it popped out, now out of bounds off the Seawolves. Both checks in. Cromwell Wright on the drive. Tough degree of difficulty shot. He wanted a foul there. Didn't get a call. Samerda. Now Cromwell Wright going to try to D him up. Off to AJ Nash to the rim for 2 points. Cromwell Wright will draw a foul that time. And we'll shoot 2 again on Samerda, his second. Cromwell Wright good on the first attempt. Second as well. Dove Khan a triple. (66-45) timeout Mystics. Set out of the timeout, inbounded for the Mystics. Matheson for Tynes, corner kick. There's Leckie who scores 2. Volk into the low post. Samerda rises, can't score. Cromwell Wright, good box out. Catches a rebound and shows off the dribbling skills again. Kick for Titus. Matheson through the hands of Leckie, but saved by Tynes. Cromwell Wright has found the range from 3. Tynes and Volk have got hung up on a couple screens on this possession. They're going right at each other again. A lot of hard contact. This is going to have to watch that matchup for sure. And now after the whistle, there's a little discussion. Titus with the steal. Volk on the chase down. Going to draw the foul. There's going to be 2 shots here. Both getting a little animated. Titus, a clean make. On the second as well. Sub is for Tynes. Ryan Farron checks in. And here comes Nate Pollard for AJ Nash. Ewan Wilson coming in for Ewan Robertson. Taken away by Farron. Fouled by Kahn. We're in bonus. We're going to talk about this one as potentially an unsporty here, maybe. Stays as a regular foul. Offensive foul, or pardon me, rebound by Matheson. And a putback score. Lead is up to 31. Volk with a miss on the turnaround. Titus tipped up and in by, is that Kearney on that tip? I think so. Samerda can't get it to go. Rebound for Titus. Titus for Farron. Back for Titus for a layup. Mystics bought the track shoes and the work boots to the game today. Got them both on, that's for sure. Zamurda for a three. Final 8 seconds of the third quarter. Matheson kick. Titus three is no good. But it is 80-48. After the third quarter. Review the stats for this one. That's a 33-22 quarter in favor of the Mystics. The Mystics, 30 of 61 for those 80 points, 49%, 5 of 20 beyond the arc, 15 of 16 from the line. That's plus 9 on the Seawolves, whose 48 points include 17 of 46 overall from the field, 8 of 20 from three-point land, 6 of 9 from the free throw line. 14 turnovers, that's not a massive number for the Seawolves, but only 5 for the Mystics. 21-0 are points off turnovers. That's a big, big difference in this game. Rebounds plus 9 for the Mystics, including 10 on the offensive end. Mystics are led by Isaiah Cromwell-Wright, who has 21, Isaac Matheson 12. Tynes and Titus with 10 each. Close behind is Leckie with 9. And the Seawolves, Zamurda has 12, Darren Clark 9, Nash, Vogt, and Howlett with 6 each. Foul trouble. No one on the Seawolves has more than 2. And it's the same story for the Mystics. So one more quarter here of play. Reminder, these teams will meet for real on the opening weekend of the schedule. Mystics will open here on Saturday, November 1st against the Tommies. It'll open the Seawolves season the next day, November 2nd. That's a Sunday at the G. Elliott Forbes. Check out acaa.ca or your school's website for all the information. Wilson misses a 3. Rebound Titus. Kahn, Tong, Pollard, Cartwright, and Wilson for the Seawolves. That one tipped up off the hands of Tong out of play. Oh, they're going to say that's touched by the Mystics. Mystics, Matheson to the bench, replaced by Mackay Paris. Paris, Leckie, Kearney, Titus, and Kyan Farron. Paris ahead for Farron. Farron fouled by Kahn. There is Farron. (84-48). I certainly didn't have a margin like this on my bingo card for Sunday afternoon. Not in this matchup, at least. Tong miss, rebounded by Ewan Wilson, Dove Kahn. Nice pass for the cutting Pollard. Pollard fouled on the way to the rim. Pollard makes the second. Traveling violation. At least I think. I didn't see the official signal. Wilson jump ball, possession, Seawolves. 12 remain on the shot clock. Titus breaks away from Tong. And another Seawolves timeout. Spoke with Coach Vaughn before the tournament started. I hadn't seen him since last March. And I said, hey, Coach, congratulations on the championship last season. And he said, you know what's harder than winning a championship? And the response is repeating. You can bet that this Mystics team, although this is preseason, has that memory of the Seawolves and uses it for motivation all summer and coming into this one. It's always a new year all over again. But early message being sent here. $86.49. To check on the timeout situation at the scorer's table there by Adam Humphrey. In play, Wilson. Cartwright. Cartwright miss, rebound Titus. Paris up top for Titus. Titus tries Tong. 6 to shoot, back step. Titus shoots the 3. I was just thinking we haven't seen Evan Castle yet, and here comes Castle, number 21, set to check in for the Mystics. Castle, a transfer out of the Kings in Edmonton. Shot made by the Seawolves. Titus again with another triple. Cartwright for Pollard. Cartwright had that rebound, but it's knocked away. Farron. Harris, that's 3 triples in a row for the Mount. 95 on the board. Still 6 minutes to play in this contest. Kicked outside Cartwright. Wilson launches a 3. Front rim inside for Tong. Tong can't get it to go. And Titus do no wrong out there right now. Oh, Titus is going to try Tong again. He's going to try another three. That one's front rim. Pollard cut off by Paris. Castle for Titus. Also checking in Garrett Malloy, number 12. And there was a sub for the Seawolves. For 22, Eamon Johnston. Cartwright with a triple. Yes, it is 22. Evan Castle. Off for Malloy. Malloy can't score. Here's some context here. Castle, 8 points, 5 rebounds, and a 44% field goal shooter. At the Kings in Edmonton, third year of eligibility. And he's pretty deep on the Mystics bench, or at least has been this weekend. Guy who you'd think play a lot of minutes for a lot of teams, but this is a deep team in a deep league. Eamon Johnston with a score. Lobbed inside Kearney for Paris. Castle can't get that rebound into the hands of Pollard. Pollard finds a seam, draws a foul. This will be on the pass. It's clearly a kick-out attempt. And a timeout coming. No, we're actually going to say on the shot. He was going to the rim, but thought he was looking full pass all the way there, but officials ruled that to be shot attempt. (15 to 8) quarter to this point for the Mystics, who've won every quarter, 18-11, 29-15, 33-22. That's a 95-56 total so far. Shooting 49% from the field, 31 from three-point land, and 94 on 17 of 18 from the line. Only 5 turnovers, so they've looked after the ball. Led by Cromwell Wright with 21. Titus up to 18 points after that run. Meanwhile, the phone will cooperate. I can tell you about the Seawolves as well. Here we go. Seawolves, Zamerda 12, Clark 9. So Clark for a couple of 20-point games, 20-point plus. A quieter afternoon here. Malloy off for Castle. Pollard blocked the pass. Shot up to beat the shot clock buzzer by Castle. Johnston. Tong. Castle way ahead of everybody. They don't see him. Johnston. Foul called actually on Pollard, not Johnston. Wait for that one to go up. Barron for Paris. Inside Garrett Malloy. Malloy's going to say, that's one I got to make, fellas. Castle tries the forward pass. It's picked off. And Pollard brings it the other way. Long corner pass for a three-pointer for Robertson. Ewan Robertson out of Fredericton, fourth year. Foul on Tong. 2:09 to play in this one. Pretty much on track for 3 o'clock start for the Tommy women and the UKC women. Tommy's looking to go 3-0 here in their own tournament. UKC looking to avoid going 0-3. Into the hands of Tong. Robertson can't make that one. Farron for Malloy. Paris high off the window. Uses the second story glass to get that two to go in. Cartwright three, no good. Rebound Castle. Off to Farron, ahead for Paris. Paris had a cutting Kearney. Offensive foul on Tong. Moving screen. That shot bounces off the rim and off the support out of play. Unsportsmanlike foul here on Evan Castle. .8 to play. Tong on the line. Makes the first. And the second. Seawolves ball off the unsporty. Rejected inside by Kearney. Lecky set to sub in. Will be for Farron. Inbound Cartwright, 3 to shoot. Has to launch one. Lecky tries a 3, rebound Pollard. They were looking for the century on that trip. Johnston scores 2. And the Mystics will just dribble it out. 97-66 is the final. The Mystics will go 2-1. Defending champion Seawolves 1-2 here at the Ken Gould. Mystics will open their season here November 1st against the Tommies before opening the Seawolves season the next day, November 2nd in St. John. acaa.ca for all your information. If you're looking for the stats, I know this one they'll all be available on the Mystics website. Thanks to the athletic department for posting those game summaries. 25 minutes away from the start of the Tommy women and UKC. Come on back for that. See you in about 25.